I had no idea. I had no idea. For reference, about a week ago I put together a moss farm, not realizing how easy it would be to convert it into a bone meal farm. And now, not realizing how easy it would be to convert it into a moss and bone meal farm. Sometimes you just gotta spend a little bit more time on the test worlds. These are the items that you're gonna need. The most expensive thing is the 41 pistons. And for the timings, you could even do a hopper clock, but these are all the items that we're gonna need here, okay? First thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna put down a barrel with a hopper going into it, 4 droppers stacked to the top with a single dispenser on top of it, and then moss block on top of the dispenser. Around this moss block, we're gonna come out 2 wide, do the same thing on the opposite side, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this a 5x5 around this moss block. Okay, so a 5x5 around the moss block. Now, coming to the right of each side, basically we're just gonna do the same thing on all 4 sides, okay? We're gonna come out 2, and we're gonna make this 4 long. Off of the end here, we're gonna put down 4 temporary blocks, 4 pieces of obsidian on the back side, 4 pistons facing in like this. On the right side, right here, we're gonna put obsidian. On the opposite side, glass, stair, stair, glass, glass, and then we can fill these 2 stairs with some water. Above the pistons, we're gonna put 4 solid blocks, glass, glass, with 4 more pieces of glass in front, single lava source, and then repeat that on all 4 sides. So come to the right side here, temporary blocks, obsidian off of the end, pistons on the inside, obsidian to the right, glass on your left, stair, stair, solid blocks over the pistons, that's so we can power them, lava on the inside, and then repeat that on the remaining 2 sides. Okay, once you're all done, this is what you should have. Now we're just going to fill in these gaps in the corners here just to contain everything that does come through here. Now, above this 5x5, we need to leave a 1 block air gap and place down our pistons. So we're going to do a temporary block like so. We're going to aim off to the side just enough. We just had 2 pistons just I'm not sure. That was so weird. But just do that and cover this entire 5x5 area. Okay, once your pistons are in place, just remove whatever temporary blocks and cover them all with a solid block. My bad, I turned the FPS counter off. Around the... Okay, this right here, this is going to be the front of our farm. So we're just going to put 2 hoppers into the bottom dropper with our 2 composters on top of them like this. And then we're going to run 2 hoppers going down into the composters. So it should look just like that. Now, off of this hopper, what we're going to do is we're going to put down 2 slabs with a solid block on the end and a redstone torch coming off of the back. Then we're going to go sticky piston, redstone block, comparator reading out from that dropper, 2 pieces of redstone dust, and that is the little locker system right here. We'll explain all of this after in a second. And now we're just going to configure some hoppers. So right here, we're going to have 2 more hoppers going down into those composters with another 2. So you should have a stack of hoppers like so. And now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to run 3 more hoppers going into those 2, which should give us a row of 5. Yep. And then we want 2 more hoppers going into that row just like this. So basically it's half of the farm being collected, going around and going down into those composters. And just to keep this safe for everybody, we're actually going to collect 1 more. So let's put 1 more going in. Coming back to the front, from the front of this hopper right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And off of this, we're going to build an item sorter. So we need to build up here, solid block, comparator. We're going to have a hopper reading into that comparator. Okay. solid block with another one like this. This is where we're going to have a repeater. Solid block off the end of the repeater. And 2 pieces of redstone dust coming down. With our final redstone torch on the bottom. That's going to lock this hopper right here, which is going to allow us to put 4 locker blocks in this hopper. And then we just need to grab some seeds. Seeds! And just put 1 seed inside this hopper, and we are good. The rest will do... It'll do the thing on its own. Okay, build up some temporary blocks, just so that way we're on level with this. And we're going to go temporary block with a hopper feeding into it. 1 more this way. And now for the remaining of this 5x5, which is just these right here, run them all going into that hopper. So 1. Just like that. Okay, so all of this is right here is getting collected and sent over to the item sorter. You can see the hopper routes. And then the remaining of this is going over into these composters. But now it's time for us to power all of this. So off of this back right here, we are going to go solid block. 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to turn the corner. 1. We're going to put a temporary block and leave an air gap right here. And now this is what we're going to do. Repeater, 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 repeater. Another repeater here. 1, 2, 3. Solid block. Repeater. Solid block above the repeater. And another one right there. Every single one of these needs to be set to 4 ticks. Off of the back here, we're going to go solid block. Redstone, redstone. Redstone dust on that one in the back. That is going to give these droppers and dispensers enough power to do whatever they need to. So this repeater right here is going to power these 3. And this repeater right here is going to power these 3 down here. Now, off of this temporary block, we're going to go observer. Slime block. We need to put down a temporary block. Sticky piston facing in. Solid block. And then a lever to power everything. Now, don't hit anything yet because we haven't introduced any bone meal into the system. So your final step before we hit the lever is you're going to bring along a bone meal. And from the very top dispenser, we're going to put one piece of bone meal in the top 3 here. And in this bottom one, just put your remaining 4. You can bring along extras if you would like to, but we're just going to start with that. And now we need to power all of the pistons up top there. So above this repeater on this row, we're going to put down 2 solid blocks with 3 more coming off of the back side, like so. So just do an L. And now we're just going to ladder up to the top right there. So we're going to come out 1, temporary block, step. Now, from the bottom, what we are going to do is we are going to go redstone dust, with the repeater facing into that redstone dust. That's the easiest way I can do it. Repeater set right there to 4 ticks. Take your redstone dust and run it up all the way to the top. Once you're at the top, 1 more repeater. Cover all of this in your redstone dust. And now what we're going to do is here's where we came up. We're just going to come to this corner right here. And we're going to go solid block, solid block, solid block. With 2, 3, 4, 5 connecting up to this row. And then we're going to go repeater, set to 4 ticks, and then cover the rest of this in redstone dust. All the way down and above these pistons. And now we just need to do the same thing for the opposite side over here. Solid block. Connecting up to these. Same thing on this side. So it should just be that. Repeater, set to 4 ticks. And then finish it off with all of your redstone dust. Okay, remove any temporary blocks that you did have down. And now just take some glass or solid blocks, and in this row right here, in front of the pistons, put some solid blocks below all of them. Otherwise, water's gonna rain down and ruin. And we are officially done. The only thing left that we need to do is from that output hopper, we need to put another one going into a chest, and then put as many chests as you would like. And I've also put 18 seeds in this back hopper just to make sure that everything's primed and ready. We only have 20 bone meal in this bottom dropper and a single one in all of the other ones. And then I've configured this outside row to feed into one hopper and this inside row to feed into another one. Okay, but now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip the lever. We're going to see what happens. Nothing in the bone meal barrel. Let's flip the lever and we'll show you how this farm works. That's it right there. You can see it kind of stays balanced out here. Now what we want to check is we just want to check. Okay, so you can see this outside hopper is getting a little bit of a backup in it. So we are going to introduce the third composter into the system. Okay, and this thing is working. This is working so much better on this world than it is on my test world, so I have no idea what to do. But just basically configure your hoppers in a way so basically the weight is distributed evenly. So you can see, yeah, we added in a little extra on the corner here. I'll put the full mats list in the thing. But we have everything distributing evenly now. Our bone meal is not running out and we have no buildup. Okay, and what's gonna happen is once this dropper here gets up to 41 bone meal, this whole system here is going to unlock, allowing this hopper here to collect whatever extra is in here and put it down in this barrel. And now you can see we've only been running for literally like 5 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out this chest. Okay, that's all that's in the inventory here. We have nothing in the barrel down here. We are starting to build up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an hour test and we'll see exactly what we get from this. Okay, the hour is done, and you, sir, my goodness. Okay, this right here, this is to be expected, but this, I have no idea why this farm, I was not expecting this. This is performing much better on this world, closer to the ground than in my test world way up in the air. Maybe you guys will figure out why or how, but this is performing better than the other world. So in an hour, you can see we generated, remember, this was only at like 20. So we generated 2.5 stacks of bone meal. Not too shabby. Now, if you want more bone meal from this farm, all you technically have to do is just direct more hoppers going that direction into the composters. So you can see here now, we're only collecting moss from this 4-block corner right now. All the rest of it's going to the composters. We're getting a little bit of a backup in the first one. But again, you could configure that all just by kind of shifting the hoppers around and even adding in another composter right here. So you could just do something like that. So we've got 4 composters now. So there it is right there. There it is with all of the extras. I'll make sure I put the proper mats list in here. I might even redo it again. But there's the farm right there. Just remember to configure your hoppers in a way that it makes sense so that there's no buildup. Oh my gosh, look at the buildup. But there it is right there. Set back up to the way it was before. Materials list will be in the description. This one will definitely be in the world download too as well. Shop Happy Chappy. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.